excited for this conversation. Wow. Our next guest had quite the run on Jeopardy recently and also made an impression on the show's host. Here's a little sizzle reel the folks at Jeopardy made about Minneapolis' own Sam Kavanaugh. Look at this.
Album cover 8.
And Sue, Daily Double, and your chance to take the lead away from Ryan.
Let's bet it all.
Okay.
Who is Led Zeppelin?
Yes.
Nuclear power 16.
And Sue, the other Daily Double.
What is Pakistan?
That's the right country. A big payday for him, $38,001. Your senior thesis was called what?
It was a thesis on the Minneapolis zombie pub crawl. I had to wear a costume as well. Okay.
Of course. Yeah. We all have to at some point in our lives.
Desert 2000?
Answer there. Daily Double.
What is the Red Sea?
You picked the right one. And a 3-day total of $75,000. Did you notice our champion with a little bit of attitude today, huh?
A little bit of attitude today. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for 5-time Jeopardy champ, Sam Kavanaugh. Hi, Sam. I have so many questions because the whole business of this show and of television fascinates me. Let me start with there. It's a perfect ending with a little attitude because, as you know, the internet, some Jeopardy fans thought you were a little cocky. So
a little bit.
So do you read the comments, and B, what is your reaction to that?
I have to say that, yeah, I read the comments, or at least people point them out to me.
Yeah.
Mostly they're overwhelmingly positive, though.
Yeah.
Those ones, it's sort of like at my first game, I was just so nervous the whole time that I was like, it's really hard to judge someone based on that behavior. Eventually, I just was starting to have fun.
To relax, yeah. Because people don't understand, it's a lot different. People always say that, oh, I'd be really good at Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, until you're standing there with the lights
and
on
you freeze up, yeah.
So let me ask you that. Take me to the moment, because correct me if I'm wrong, this has been a dream of yours since you were a kid?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
That you wanted to be on Jeopardy. Okay, so you've had this dream. Take me to the day, take me to the moment they walk you, because do they rehearse first? Do they show you your positions?
They do a bit. So you arrive at 7:30 in the morning in Los Angeles, and I actually missed the van from the hotel to the place.
Oh.
Which added extra stress on top of it all, but I have to shout out my Uber driver who just drove really well and quickly
and very
to get me there, and
yes.
very fast. But yeah, they bring you out there. There's a few hours. You know, you go in the green room, and there's 14 other contestants there, and they're all just super smart, super curious, great conversations. It's like one of the best rooms you can be in if you just want to just talk to people about literally anything. You do a couple hours of rehearsal, signing legal documents, and then it's just, you know, boom, boom, boom. They tape 5 episodes in a day.
I was just going to ask, so 5 a day, and you get done. So you walked out of there, you got there at 7:30, you walk out of the studio at what time?
That day about 4:30, I believe. My first game wasn't until right before lunch, around noon.
So it's your turn. They're like, okay, Sam, we're taping your episode. You go out there, you get in place. Take me to the moment. It's your dream. You hear the announcer go, "This is Jeopardy." How are you feel? How? I did that pretty good.
Are you auditioning?
What is that like? You're standing there. You're not even in the audience. You're at the podium.
Right.
What's going on in your mind?
I, at that point, was just ready for the game.
You were?
The returning champion was very, very good. I had just seen him win his 3rd and his 4th game by healthy margins. And so I was thinking, you know, I've prepared for this for years. It's just time to do it.
Did you have a strategy?
Yeah, I was all about strategy.
And what was it?
Well, I think the most important thing to know is to know what you know and what you don't know.
Yeah. Which sounds simplistic, but in a game like this, it's extremely important with the categories.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sometimes the board doesn't go in your favor. So you just have to lay off the buzzer, because if you ring in, get it wrong, you have negative point value. Right?
Yeah.
I think in at least a couple of my of the 6 games that I played, I was not the most knowledgeable person on the stage, probably the 3rd most knowledgeable person up there. So really it was just about being patient, hitting different spots, jumping to try to find the daily doubles and bet big on those. You know, people were saying like maybe I'm too much of a gambler or something, and in my people in my life, and but thinking that it's not real money unless you win. So it's just points.
I like that. They think, okay, people always talk about the buzzer, that there's a strategy What does it feel like? Is it no, I mean, no. But is it a hard compression? Is it an easy button? Because people talk about that's part of the win is getting in there first.
It's like a healthy ballpoint pen.
I like that.
Yeah.
Sam, that is you nailed it.
Okay, there we go.
A healthy ballpoint pen.
Yeah, so it's less about pushing it rapidly or quickly and more about timing, I'd say. Because if you ring in too early, you're locked out.
Yeah.
For half a second, which is forever in that
Jeopardy time.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think, especially my first game, I was just too amped up and was ringing in early, quite a lot. And then eventually just calmed down, got the timing down, kind of basing it off Alex's voice, looking at the lights when they come on to ring in as needed, and eventually just kind of get in the rhythm, get in the flow of things, and let everything else go.
Were you more comfortable by episode 2, or when did you start going, you know what, I am Sam Kavanaugh, and I'm going to be just fine?
Yeah, definitely episode 2. They bring you back. So after my first game, we had lunch right afterwards. If you don't make it to that point, they don't pay for your lunch. So at least I was, yeah. I know, right? It's like $11.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're just like, they kick you out and say, all right,
it's
good
$1
work.
billion
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
They can give you a sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, will you hold that story? Hold on. We got to take a break. More with Sam when we come back. Back after this. That is crazy. We're back with 5-time Jeopardy champ Sam Kavanaugh, whose episode aired just a few weeks ago. Okay, back to lunch. Okay, so luckily they paid for your lunch,
right?
Because so continue so they paid for your lunch. You had a break.
I had a break, and that was actually huge for me. Winning right before lunch, allowing myself a little bit of time to decompress and realize, okay, this is real. I just won a game of Jeopardy, which was obviously the main goal, and then the next one was to win 5.
That was your goal.
You
wanted to win
top
5.
One.
Okay.
5 because I wanted to make it to their Tournament of Champions.
Okay.
And that's generally around the number that more or less guarantees. I mean, there's no total guarantee. They can pick whoever they want, but
5 seems to be the lucky number.
Yeah. And then after that, there was go to lunch with the other people I'm about to play.
Yeah.
And
were you sizing up the group?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It was, it's sort of, we had all come in there at the same time, so we were all in the same boat a half hour before.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I'm the returning champion, and they're all like...
looking at you like...
Yeah.
Like you're turning into a big turkey leg.
Right,
like on the Looney Tunes, yeah.
But, I mean, they were great people. It was great to just spend time with them in general, yeah.
Is there a category... We were talking about strategy and how the board, it's like a hand in poker. It's either you're with... what categories are a deficiency for you? Is there like entertainment, sports? Is there a category that if it pops up, you go, oh, crap? Because for me, it would be like math. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Although I will say that math is the only subject guaranteed to come up because you have to bet at the end. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So, you have to do that studying. So I mean, I'd say, if someone is maybe an older generation than I am and they are used to... or they grew up with certain TV shows or something, that's an automatic advantage for them.
Yeah.
Right? So I was watching a lot of old movies and trying to catch up with it.
Oh, really? I was going to ask you about prep. Were you watching, like pop culture-wise, were you watching a lot of, wow, I never thought about that. How many old movies did you watch?
Maybe not enough. I don't know. No, I tried to, if I tried to have, if you give me a year, be able to tell what won the Oscar that year, things like that, right? And try to watch those sort of things. There's a lot of, the show can ask about anything, but there's a lot of patterns that come up. And so a big part of my prep was just analyzing the show, analyzing myself, doing practice games, trying to build myself up to that point, being really self-critical on that, and just trying to see, okay, what sort of things are more likely to come up, what are not.
Yeah.
And even if you don't know something, they throw in a lot of clues to come at you sideways. So they might be asking on a movie you haven't seen, but really it's the fact that it takes place in this country, and so you can narrow it down.
Yeah. Let's talk about Alex Trebek. Obviously made a lot of news this year, revealing his battle with cancer. Mm-hmm. What was the mood on the set, and what was Alex like?
The mood on the set was fantastic. I think everyone there, they know who they are, they know what they're doing, and they're really good at it.
Machine,
It's a well-oiled machine. And Alex was honestly one of the most charming people I've ever met.
Seriously.
Yeah,
He seems like the real. That doesn't surprise. He seems like the real deal. Like he's just a good.
He's
just a
really
good guy.
authentic. You don't see him as a contestant until he walks out on stage. They don't want you, becoming friends or whatever. He comes out. He takes questions from the audience and like during the commercials, and is like really self-effacing in a good way, and just brings the best out of everyone there.
Yeah. Does he that rule, it's the same thing with like American Idol used to keep the contestants separate. Mm-hmm. Are you not allowed to talk to Alex like during the breaks? There's a separation
you can
once you've won?
Little bit. So like you see, if you watch the show, you see him talking to the contestants like during when the credits are rolling.
Yeah.
And so he comes over, drops some pearls of wisdom, and then it just moves on. And it's like 10 minutes before the next show tapes. So you just have to come in, change clothes. I mean, it's exhausting. There's an endurance factor there. It's
like a marathon.
Yeah.
It's like a TV marathon. Really quickly, about 30 seconds. What do you do in your normal life when you're not kicking butt in Jeopardy?
So I am a teacher by training. I was substitute teaching at the time. And I've worked in nonprofits teaching that sort of thing. I'm looking for always my next thing that I can commit myself to.
Yeah. But you were a sub when you got
I was a sub.
Picked.
I had some kids quiz me on some stuff occasionally, which helps. Yeah.
I bet that helped.
Yeah, they were into it. So
thank you so much for
Absolutely.
coming on. Sam, sticking around though. Okay. Sam is sticking around, and believe me, the entire Fox 9 building is going to be watching this next segment because we're playing a game with our Jeopardy champ with the guy in our office that we call Mr. Know-It-All. Does he? You'll see when we come back after this.